everyone, it's Kim. I'm going to do a restock of my Battle of Flowers, and it's the one that looked like this, had the dried rose petals on top. This is an old bar. So anyway, let's get started. I went ahead and I already put my shea butter in here, so now all I have to do is add my, this is my strained lye water. I strained it already because whenever I have my silk in there sometimes and it's been sitting and gotten, you know, and is very cool, it'll get kind of like crusty bits on top, so I just strain it. But just to save time, I did it off camera. So, there's that. Well, I guess it would be good if I had my top for my mixer. Stick blender. Getting all hung up here. Okay. Oh yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my colloidal oatmeal. I'm going to go ahead and add my, this time I'm using almond milk. Just because I had some. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my fragrance oil. And then I'm going to just pour some off. And I'll go ahead and put some for the natural color. I left a bit in there, I think, the last time, just uncolored. So this one is going to be the violet. And this one is going to be the coral. I made a big double batch of my oats, milk, and honey slabs yesterday and cut them, so that's what I did yesterday. I didn't record it because I've done it before, and so a couple of times, so I just didn't feel like there was a need. Okay, now see, that's just way too dull to me, so I'm going to add some more purple to that. Because the color, the fragrance has patchouli in it, a lot of patchouli, so I don't want it to be too brown. That's that. That's that. And I think I want a little bit more pink than that. So I'm going to add some of this. It's called Ruby Rose. Just to lighten up the, it's a little too orangey for me. Okay, that's more along the lines that I want. Okay. And I'm going to do the hanger swirl thing again. And then I've got a bunch of the rose petals to put on top. So, I'm just going to stir this a little. Hope I'm even on the screen. Okay, and then I'm going to tap this down. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the natural in between. Just to give it a little bit of a separation. Okay. Now, going to pipe some sunflowers in a bit for my Blue Corn Maiden soap. Except for I'm not going to do the yellow sunflowers. My favorite flower personally, I don't ever grown them or anything, but I just love the way they look, especially when they're dried, are red sunflowers, the ones that have like the purple fuzzy stems. I just think that the combination of that bright red orange color with the purple stems is so pretty, and it looks really great when they're dried. And so I've just always loved those flowers. They don't really have like a smell or anything, but I just think of them as kind of Southwest. So I decided I'm going to try, never done a sunflower before, so I'm going to try to do a piping of a sunflower that I can put on the Blue Corn Maiden's slab soap. Then I'm going to use the blue cornmeal and the prickly pear cactus in. Okay, so let me clean that up. I guess I should use my, let me tap it down first and let me use my wire hanger in there first. I don't really care about fluffing the top up or anything because I'm going to stick all those dried botanicals in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and not waste that. Get back. Sorry. Okay. So I have all these like dried petals right here, so that's what I'm going to put in there. I just think this color purple is just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to kind of spread these around. Just to get a few purple of the deep purple ones here and there before I put in all the pink ones. And these are like little snapdragons. So then I have all these, and I love these right here. These are my favorite. And I'll just mix some in. Look at these little violas. Yeah, I always have good intentions, and I'm going to start out early. And I was telling Holly, earlier because we text each other all the time. I was telling her and message each other on Facebook, and I always say, oh, I'm going to do this and that, and then it's like 10 o'clock at night and I'm just now starting. That's just the way I am. I get sidetracked on the internet or doing other projects. I didn't do anything last week with soaping it because, well, I was taking pictures, and then, you know, that stuff for the, you know, website. And just doing stuff like that can just take forever. And I have a certain spot in my house that I like to take my pictures under when it's just the natural light coming in the window. I don't like to use the overhead light. Yeah, when I'm just going to post something on Facebook, I don't mind doing it where it's in this bright light in my kitchen. But, you know, like for a pretty picture, you know, that's posed and everything, I like the natural light. And so I can't take them at this time of the year when I'm working because when I get home it's dark, and then I have to wait until the weekend, and then we'd had lots of, you know, ugly overcast weather, so there really wasn't enough light. So it was just one of those days where I piddled around taking pictures. I used to go to this one like natural area and drag everything over there because it had really cool rocks and like a fountain. It was outside of a subdivision, but it's just, what, you know, that's just unnecessary. It doesn't, you know, you don't need to do that. So anyway, I'm just rattling on here. Where's my other ones? And I always like to add a little bit of my favorite corn flour here. Gives it that little pop because it's such a pretty color. And then a little bit of sparkle. Just a bit. Okay, so this one is my Battle of Flowers. It's a patchouli based floral. So anyway, if I get brave, I might go ahead and record me trying to pipe those sunflowers. I redid my, you know how these are for when you do roses? Well, I went ahead and took this mason jar lid and stuck the nail on there so I'd have more space, because, you know, I want to have some pretty good sized sunflowers to put on my slab mold. Different sizes, but I want to make sure I had enough space. So we'll see how it works. So like I said, I might try and record it, and if it's a mess, then I'll just not upload it. So anyway, hope you have a great evening, and I will talk to you later.